process, you're actually filming. Oh, just get a couple of shots on the window down the back, that kind of stuff. Get over it. This is which is a bit of a replica of the Chrysler building. It's a little bit on its side, isn't it? Just over to the left there, that's a replica of Chrysler building. Now my assistant cameraman's going to take over here. We'll do some driving and steering. Quite wide this road, 6 lanes, no 7 lanes now, it's now 6 lanes. That's the Chrysler building, I was reading about that last night, I was quite interested. I think it's a replica. But they made a replica and then they made another one right next to it, so there's 2 Chrysler buildings here. Out of this window, on my side, which is the left, which is the side the sea is on, because we're heading towards Old Dubai, you should be able to see the sails, we saw it earlier. There's Microsoft there. I was reading this morning that must be Internet City or something. There's a bit they gave some land to Microsoft and let them build there. 50-year free lease, and that encouraged other people to come. Burger King there, which is nice, and a sign for taking care of. It costs 50 pence for a 2.25 litre bottle. I noticed in Carpool yesterday, which is nice. What can we see there? This is the
sail over there.
You can see the sail. It's a little bit far away. We're not that far from the. We're not that far from the beach. In fact, I bet it's not more than half a mile. Look, it says Silicon Plaza, so this may be the bit that's all internet-y and the sort of future bit they do. Furnished apartments there, 1 and 2 bedroom there. They've got a big number on the side, that could be quite good. And then there's a bit of a gap. You can see the sail now more clearly. It's quite big, so I assume it won't. We're not just going to go past it. I'll move over 1 lane just to give it a go. It looks a nicer lane, really. The roads are very flat, very straight. Quite well surfaced, no bumps or potholes, and this is just the main highway that just leads up and down through Dubai. It's must be about 40 or 50 miles long. Advert for a Skoda there. I can't see them selling too many of those here, but who knows. You can actually just see in the mist, it is very misty here. If you look just off to the right there, there's the new high building, which I think is called, what's called the Burj Al Arab or something. You can just see it faintly in the distance.
Burj Dubai.
Is it Burj Dubai? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's the Al Khalifa.
Right.
I think that's what they call it.
I think it had one name when they originally were building it, and then they've named it now. Shut the window so it should be a bit more, a bit quieter. You've sort of got a gap now, and I'm not quite sure what they're doing with this. Every bit gets developed along the way. And this, I was reading the other night that there were just big lumps of desert that the Sheik used to give away to people and tell them to develop it. There's quite a clear view of the sail here if you can get past these boards, which I assume are covering some sort of building work. Overhead is the Al Barsha toll gate, which apparently your car has to be registered for it. And I'm told this one is. And I think every time you go over it's about £1, which is not bad. You're looking at the sail, aren't you, which is gone. But you can still see the old tallest building in the world slowly emerging from the mist. It's one of the things they said when you're on top of it, it's so high, it's about half a mile high. They reckon you can see Iran, which is 90 miles across the Gulf. So they reckon you could see it. That is a McLaren, I think, it's gone past. Nice car. But the point is, with these sea mists that are not uncommon here, apparently it's very difficult sometimes just to see the bottom of the, to see ground level from the top of the tower. Almost more than a sea, really. It's a bit bland. You can see there's the sail there, but the one next to it is the one that looks like a wave, which was actually built first in about 97 or something, I think. It's in the shape of a wave. The tower on the outside was designed by some English fella who was actually called Wright. I think it was Tom Wright or something. Well, he loves the outside and it's very white and blue, but inside it's all a bit Chinese and Arabian, lots of colours and he wasn't very happy with that. That was a Sheik's idea though. Now, I'm sure these smaller buildings here, whilst quite impressive and quite nice estates, imagine what they must be worth now if you were to knock them down and be able to build skyscrapers on them. There's a building going on here. The tallest building, which actually looks much bigger today than it did when we came in from the airport. What's it called again?
Al Khalifa.
Al Khalifa. It is huge. In fact, that is bloody enormous. And more impressive. Apparently the top sways 10 foot. So if you're at the top, it's 176 stories. If you're at the top, it moves 10 feet. And they've got a system of dampers in place to sort of absorb the shock and stop the wind building up a rhythm that could make it fall over. Apparently when they were putting up one floor every 3 days. They had a problem piping the concrete up, so they used to mix ice in with the concrete to keep the temperature down, because if ice reaches a certain temperature, there's a mosque there, isn't it? And there's a picture of our beloved leader, Sheik, who there's a lot of his pictures about, but it doesn't quite verge on the sort of Russian Eastern Bloc dictator communist-y thing, because he's a benevolent leader who looks after people. He's a good guy. Remember that, especially if you pulled this phone over at customs or something. So there's the tallest building in the world again, and it was taking ages to get to, but I suppose because we can see it from so far away.
Can't really see it.
But of course, doing this 6-lane highway in a Chevy, that would be the right sort of car. There's some Chevy bloody mini car that's probably made in Korea or somewhere, made by the Chevrolet Corporation. There's some writing on the inside of the mirror that I'm sure is telling me that items, cars behind you are bigger than they look. Or it could just be that the 4x4 behind you will ram you unless you get out of the way. Probably far more likely. The driver's not quite as mad as I expected, in fairness. I'd like a slightly more powerful car so you could muck in sometimes. If you want to change lanes at the last minute or just get stuck in. I'm not really sure where we're going. I think we've crossed Dubai Creek. I think that's what we went across on that toll bridge. But I don't know, maybe this toll road. Anyway, we went up the tolls without having to pay. They just click on the car and I think they get taken off and it went down. And I have the car back. This little matchbox car. Which I quite like. It's auto and it goes alright. It says Chevy on the steering wheel, so that's good enough for me. This is this must be the sort of main financial and business part of Dubai. So this is where development started, and it's sort of sprung out all along the front. That building from this side is magnificent. The bottom is very tall and thin, but at the bottom it's lots of little sort of domes like bombs of the rocket, like the rocket boosters, that sort of builds towards the base. When it was designed, it wasn't designed properly. It was designed as they went along. I think they sort of made it up and designed bits as they were completing it. Which is interesting. The concrete was the problem when they were making the concrete. If concrete goes above something like 110 degrees Fahrenheit, it's weaker once it's finished, which is why they had to mix ice in with the mixture. So it had to stay fluid for a long time while they pumped it high up into the air. But once it was laid, once it actually scored at the end of the tubes, it needed to set very quickly because of the rate at which they were building. A floor every 3 days, I think. The building next to it is pretty impressive as well, actually. I mean, that is the building alongside is spectacular. In fact, every one of those skyscrapers is spectacular. Nice. So we're heading sort of northeast up the coast towards the airport. You'd end up in Sharjah, which it says there. Sharjah is the next emirate along. Bear in mind that Dubai is facing north. I think we're going to have to turn off and go and have a look at that, actually. I fancy going and see it. Should we go and see it?
Going into the, yeah, you can park in the Mall.
Is that next to a mall or something?
Yeah,
the actual building. So I'd like to see it up close.
Dubai Mall.
Although I think seeing it from here is probably better. I don't know if I can cross 2 lanes. If you just move your hand down so I can see have a bit of that and a bit of another one. Is he? He's not going to let me in, is he? Is he going to let me in? Yes, he is. Good boy. Whoa! Didn't they cut that fine? Excellent driving. Excellent. So now it's a bit, make it up as we go along now. Someone shut up and start cussing. Oh, I think that would have been good now. That road looked good, I think.
You used to follow the signs for the mall.
Yeah.
That's next to it.
Okay.
I believe.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Slow down a bit, it's 40. This little car will get round there, you watch this. Whee! Reaching the outside lane, of course, and I've got a pickup behind me that's almost in the boot. That's okay. It's okay. I'm going to chop across that lane once I can see what's in there. Or maybe we'll just stick with where we are. What do you reckon? Any thoughts? We don't want to go back onto the road we've just been on.
No, that's, yeah, that's a lot.
I'll drift into that inside lane when I get a chance. Get out of the way of the brake behind you, seems quite determined. There we go. I'm on a fight now, I'm a bit stressed.
Oh, this is Al Wazzle.
Yeah, we've ended up on the wrong side, haven't we?
Al Summer
That's okay. We'll deal with that. We'll just turn round and go back across the bridge. That'll be the way.
We're
Run out of lane, won't we? Yeah.
We're just going to get lost, aren't we?
No, that's alright.
It's moving over as well.
I'm on it. Don't worry, I'm on it. So Range Rover lets me pull out. Tinted windows.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. Must have a U-turn. I'll have a bit of that if we can. Yes, I can.
Oh.
Yes, get over there. Driving, you see? That's the way to do it. Win in Rome. Drive to the Cubans do. Get round. He's away. Now, this may just take us straight back onto...
Sheik's Island Road.
Yeah, maybe. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. I suspect not. You see, I'm confident. I'm quietly confident. I don't know which one to choose out of these. It's sort of straight on. And there's a left. We don't want to go back on the Sheik Zayed road, do we?
No, we
Let's just
go.
carry on over this bridge. It's taking us in the right sort of direction, I think. That building there is one of a pair as well, the one with the sort of spiky bits sticking out. Quite nice. That's amazing. That does make... It's kind of a Disney-fied Canary Wharf, isn't it? Like Canary Wharf's all a bit sensible. Whereas there, they've had somebody who's either had a drink, well they wouldn't have had a drink, or maybe some of that strong opium or something. They said, draw a skyscraper. They said, what about that? They said, yeah, we'll build that. Get one with a big bulge on the side. And then they just get on and make it, which is quite nice. And there's a building there which is sort of twisted. I mean, we go on about the gherkin, don't we? We get excited about the gherkin and we get excited about some of the buildings we knock up. But here, any one of those skyscrapers would be impressive. I might whiz across to this lane, I think. Let's give that one a go, yeah? Just turn in that way, that looks promising, do you think?
I've got no idea.
So you're getting a bit stressed now, you think I'm not concentrating, but I am actually concentrating fully. I can multitask, so I can talk and drive, even in a foreign country. Look at the number 4x4s though, look at those two. And they're a pair as well, matching pairs. Cool.